Hurrah. Okay, I see Costin's here. Awesome, my brother. Awesome. Nice to see you here. Thank you very much for coming to the show. Let's hope it doesn't get disconnected. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fly through this so we don't get disconnected like we got yesterday. I don't know what's going on. For the past few days, YouTube's having issues. They have listed it that they've noticed that there's been a lot of disconnection. God knows what's going on with their servers. That's the problem with centralization. Anyway, let's go straight into the content today and see exactly what's going on. So I want to talk about exactly what's going on in the market, exactly what's going on in the altcoins and everything. And to do that, we're going to refresh the altcoins. Give me a second. Going to refresh everything here and double check what's going on. So we can see the market's holding at the 2.3. We did dip down to about 2.28 yesterday at one stage, but we're holding pretty strong. So I see this to be quite awesome. Holding that 55 line again, awesome to see. Anything above 54 is a good thing to see. Ethereum suffered a little bit, and there was some news on Twitter and everything where Vitalik Buterin was being a bit salty, and he was like, oh, Bitcoin maximalist and this and that. No, sorry dude, if you're not such a Bitcoin maximalist, why did you accept Bitcoin for your Ethereum sales back in the days? So that just says to me, some people just like to kind of shift. It's like the weather, like one day sunny, one day cold, right? That's what it is. He's just being salty because he's not seeing what he's expecting. And of course, a lot of people are dissing BTC and calling out names and maximalist and this, that, El Salvador, this, what, so many things. Because remember, the institutions, they want Ethereum to flip BTC. There are other guys out there talking about how Ethereum's going to be bigger than the gold, market cap before BTC does. I mean, so guys, who cares? Let every single one of these go there. The entire market cap is sitting at 2.31 trillion. We would love to see the entire market cap be 10 times this, right? Who cares who wins and who loses? I don't really understand all of this stuff. It doesn't make any sense to me. So that's one of the things. I'm just going to always say this, right? It doesn't matter. Let it be, guys. Let it be. There's plenty of projects out there. Everyone's doing their own thing. Let it be. So we've got Tamil Gamer here as well. So we've got Costin, we've got Tamil Gamer, and Tamil Gamer wants to know about Raka. Okay, we'll talk about Raka, my brother. Actually, do you know, while I'm here, I might as well just do Raka here for you. Raka, Radio Kaka is Raka. Okay, let's have a look at Radio Raka Kaka. Let's have a look and see what this is doing. So far it's been on a pump. Great, awesome. Is it on TradingView? Raka is on TradingView. Awesome. So Raka's on Uniswap. Okay, that's good to see. Again, Gate.io, usually all the shitcoins are there. Let's have a look at the volume. 15,000, 50,000. So 50,000, not bad. 47,000. So approximately about 100,000 volume here. And if we look at this entire thing, total volume today has been $158,000. So not bad, but it is pumping. So Tamil, you want to be really careful, my brother. It is pumping, of course. It's great to see a project like this pumping. Total supply 443 billion tokens. Awesome. Fully diluted market cap. So if every token was actually done, it would be around $1 billion. However, we do see a good warning here. It's a self-reported data. It's not verified. So just be cautious. That's all I'm going to say. Clearly, it's a new project. If we look at the smart chain, we might be even able to see exactly what's going on. So we can see 65,000 addresses. Actually, that's not bad. Looking at this alone, that's not bad. That's 65,000 unique addresses, which is awesome to see. So, I mean, good. I mean, if you're investing in it, go for it. Obviously, I can't give you any financial advice here. But yeah, it's definitely pumping. Definitely pumping. So yeah, good luck to you if you're invested in this. But if you want me to analyze it and tell you where it can possibly go, I mean, we can also do that as well. Let's go back to our BTC. Actually, let's leave this chart for now. Let's have a look at Raka for him. And that's all we got. So let's have a look at Raka. This is what Raka is doing right now. And if we are to analyze anything, of course, this is the pump. So website, also visit there. Okay, you want, I'll have a look, bro. I'll have a look. No worries, no worries. So I'm not gonna make this stream too long, because I am actually speaking to a developer, awesome guy. I'm speaking to him. I really like his name and everything as well. You know, seems to be a decent person. I want to really talk to him and see if we can build something. So he's a Solana developer, and we're going to be talking about working on something on Solana. So here we can see Raka pretty much looking like, if it does go to the 1618, we can see a 0.0037, which would approximately take it from where we are right now, possible to take it to a 37% pump, just based on the fibs. But so far it looks pretty good. I mean, if it continues doing what it's doing, I mean, 69,000 unique addresses is actually a really, really good number to look at. So you mentioned something about their website. I'll have a look at their website. Let's have a look at what Radio Kaka is doing. What are they doing? Radio what? Going to the moon. We don't want to know about going to the moon, guys. We don't want to know about going to the moon. Radio Kaka is the exclusive manager of MayMask Mystery Box NFT and DeFi GameFi vehicle for USM Metaverse. Okay, great, whatever that is. Partnership they're going to be launching on all of this. Great. I don't want to know about any of this stuff. SpaceX Foundation. This is the kind of stuff, big names, but is there anything to back it up? Is there any actual data that says that they are actually what's it called? They are actually part of the SpaceX Foundation. You know, when we're looking about CAA.com, that's British Airways, or like, you know, British Airline. I forgot what it's called, aviation something. That's CAA. So what am I going to do with the website? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. MayMask, okay, I'll have a look at that. But that's just Binance NFT, Binance org, XYZ. It doesn't take you, I'm sure it doesn't take you anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it doesn't take you anywhere. So again, you got to really, really kind of sometimes just take it with a pinch of salt, right? Look, Binance.com is just taking you to Binance. This is taking you to Binance.org, XYZ. It doesn't, none of this matters. All of these names, putting it there as a partnership, these are big boy names, but it doesn't matter. Is there anything to back it up with? Is there any testimonies, any actual fact that when I click this link is going to take me to your Radio Kaka project? You know what I mean? So just be careful. That's what I'm going to say. Maybe it's legit, but maybe it's not. But when I look at partnerships like this, I'm like, guys, I don't need partnerships. If you're a genuine company, you don't need to throw partnerships at me to convince me. Do you know what I mean? Just write about it, do your own thing, and that's it, right? And then we can move on from there. So that's all I'm going to say. But other than that, look, as I said, 69 people have bought it. Maybe it's really, really cool. Maybe it does you whatever, but big projects. I'm not going to even talk about any of this stuff. The website looks okay, but what's there to see? There's nothing. Do you know what I mean? I mean, okay, kiss up Doge. That's just the Dogecoin meme, right? So can you cover DOT? Of course, bro. DOT is my favorite. I'm going to do that, SM. Definitely cover that. Timil says, I miss Sol. What can I do? Any coin smaller to Sol? There's plenty of coins smaller than Sol, bro. There's 12,000 coins to look from. So when we look at the market, you do understand that there's 12,568 coins now to look at. And of course, if you're looking for coins to jump in and pump in and do whatever, there is one coin I will mention to you. So just bear with me and let me get into that one, right? So let's go back into where we were. We were doing BTC. Actually, let's not do BTC. Let's just do the total market cap. And I think we were going to work our way from here, right? So total market cap is kind of finding a bit of an issue. One second, let me quickly also check something else as well. Let me check something. Okay. 1 second. So here we are. So what we can see is the total market cap is kind of struggling to get back to this previous all-time high, right? But we're going to get there, guys. We're going to get there. We're not that far at all. You can see this is the previous all-time high. This is where it tested once already. This is where it's testing again. Just finding a little bit of rejection, but there's no harm in any of this. Okay, no harm in any of this. The attempts are awesome. So far we can see that it's still on an upward trend. It's just being rejected out of the box. Once we break this box, there's no stopping it. Do you know what I mean? There's no stopping it. We're so close. We're only about, I would say, about 100 billion away from where we need to be. So I think we're going to get there. No worries at all with that particular one. Now let's move into the BTC and see what BTC is doing. Again, same thing. BTC's been attempting, and somehow, fortunately, that's what I have to say. I think I have to use the word fortunate. It's found itself a nice little floor here, which is awesome. You know, when we see a floor here and it does a nice little reset, this is exactly how we want to see things. So it kind of done a nice little reset and it's created a brand new trend line here, as you can see, and there's so much noise on this chart. So it created a brand new floor here, which is awesome to see. Again, it's a matter of time. It's not an if, it's when. Do you know what I mean? It's just a matter of when it's going to break out, because so far it's managed to break above this neckline, stay above, create a brand new floor, and now it's trying to continue. And all of that just says to me super bullish. It's just going to break, and I think when that move comes, it's probably be a $5, $10, $15, $20,000 level move. Do you know what I mean? Could easily propel us to about $70,000 when it does come in, because there is a lot of supply shock happening right now. We don't notice it, but it is happening, and the only people are offloading right now are actually miners. So you know what? Miners are losing out. Who cares about them? Right? If they don't understand that holding on would have been better for them and they want to sell, I don't know what to say. You know, I think they're just stupid miners. That's what I'm going to call them. Because I know what a smart miner would do. Okay, looking at Ethereum right now. So I've got a different chart here, as you can see. Not that more, just kind of candlesticks changed a little bit, just so we can see better. So we can see from the yellow line, we still haven't crossed this neckline here. Ethereum is still struggling, still consolidating around that area basically. But again, Ethereum has also found a nice little trend and a nice little floor here, which is kind of holding. So as you can see, if you zoom in here, it's kind of holding this particular floor line here, which is the Fibonacci 1, which is awesome. So let's see what this does. Obviously, we've got a long ways to go. This is just the first step, baby steps, first step of the baby step, second step, and then we're back to the all-time high. So we're so close. I don't see this being much of an issue. I think we're so close, we are going to get there. Right, so that's what I'm going to say. Just hodl tight. That's what I'm going to say. Nothing too much. On the daily, everything does look a bit hot though. We are expecting the market to kind of pretty much dump a little bit probably tomorrow, but on the weekly we do look solid. You can see we created a weekly higher high again on the BTC as well. If you look at the weekly, what you see is we've created a weekly higher high. Awesome to see. Right, this is the whole thing I can say, and we're so close to breaking this neckline. And once we do, as I said, 10, 15, 20,000 easy. SM wants to know about DOT. Bro, I'm on DOT already. Trust me, I'm loving my DOT. And I told you how DOT is getting ready. DOT is trying its thing. But look what DOT's done. So there was a range here DOT had to break, which was this neckline here. DOT broke this neckline. DOT even pumped up all the way to the previous all-time high. The fact in the body, right? You can see the previous all-time high. It actually did that. Well, not previous, like the near short-term local all-time high, but the previous all-time high is not that far either if you actually look carefully. And actually there's something I need to do on this chart, because I have been sitting around kind of talking to many people, developers and everything, and at the same time kind of been updating my charts a little bit. I've kind of been updating my charts a little bit because I know that some of them are not 100% accurate. So let me just save this layout. So this is where we need to get to, and you can see this is pretty much where the 1618 also brings us to. It's a matter of time. Again, DOT, as soon as it breaks above this, there's no stopping it. It's going to come and find some resistance here. So the pattern we will be looking at, and I can tell you right now, is we're going to, once we break out of here, we're going to have a power move, pretty much come all the way here, probably get rejected and move around sideways a bit before we test it again and then get out of this area, because there is a lot of resistance here. You can see that, you know, it's been a massive traffic area. We got resisted here, we got resistance here, heavy traffic zone. So we are going to try and smash through that and then go to where we need to go to. But again, let the market do its thing. BTC needs to settle down. BTC hasn't settled down, right? Again, if we go back to just BTC dominance, you'll understand what all of this means, right? BTC has not settled down. You see, BTC went up, calmed down a little bit, but started to come back up again. If BTC doesn't stop, then sadly the market won't allow the altcoins to pump, right? And when we're talking about altcoins, I'll show you the altcoins as well, and you'll understand. So the BTC dominance needs to come back down to these areas, and possibly even, and you know I've said this before as well, we should even test to come down to these levels. That's where we want the you know, we've got the Fibonacci 1618. That's where we want BTC dominance to come. We want BTC dominance to collapse and come down here. That doesn't mean the price will change. It just means the dominance changes, right? It means other coins will take the market share. And what I mean by that is, if you look at the dominance here, this is the market cap dominance, right, without the Bitcoin, and you can see we're down here. So when we see BTC dominance drop, we should see this thing come back and test these previous all-time high. So far, the only good thing I can see on this, and I'll show you what I mean, right? So the only good thing I can see on this is that the fact that, look, we're so close to this specific neckline, we're so close that we are going to break that. That's all I can see so far. But getting to here, we need to see, as you can see from here, for example, when we do this pump, we need to see this 20% pump, 18% pump, 17, 18% pump. We need to see this, right? 17, 18% pump. And same thing when you go back to the total market cap. Sorry, not the total. When you go to the dominance, you'll understand exactly what this pump really means, right? We want to see a 17% pump for the alts. And this is what we want to see. We want to see this thing drop, as you can see here, right? This is, I mean, this one dropped 10%. That's all we need, 10% basically, for us to be more confident. And of course, if we come down here, it's a 25% drop. So we need at least a 25% drop on BTC, a 17%. That will give us a 70% pump on the altcoins, and then the market just goes crazy. So that should be really, really awesome to see. And of course, that all gives us opportunities for these. And I've mentioned on Twitter and a few other places as well, I'm expecting to see dot minimum at least $100. Of course, on you know, some of the charts that we do, we can see $80, $90 dot. For example, if I was to take this from where the previous high was to here, you can see we can see an $81 dot. But that's not enough for me. I want to see $100 dot minimum, all the way up to, you know, $300-400 if it's possible. So that would be really, really awesome to see. So that's dot. Let's see who wants. KR's here. Awesome, my brother. Awesome, nice to see you here. Okay, so let's do. So someone says, coin. Which coin? Gamer, what coin are you talking about? Tamil, which game are you talking about? Or which coin are you talking about? Coin as in Coinbase coin? Coinbase coin is not a crypto. It's actually Coinbase coin is the share, right? It's not a coin. It's not a crypto. So brother wants me to know, talk about XRP. So let me just drop some XRP here as well. I don't see why not. Let's drop some XRP. XRP is pumping exactly as we said it would. It's doing pretty awesome right now. We did mention that XRP is planning to break out. In fact, do I have one here? Let me use this one. Let me see if I can use this one. No, that means I used a different one. Give me a second, because I do have drawings on an XRP. Let me see if I can find it for you. Unless I've deleted it already, guys. Yeah, I think I've deleted it. Let me find another XRP for you. Let me see if I can find another one for you, because I did have one with some drawings on it. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. Unless I've deleted it, guys. Sorry if I have. No, I've deleted it. So I've deleted the XRP one, but it doesn't matter. If I just use what we got right now. So let's just use the calculated one. Absolutely fine. No harm at all. And you can see we talked about how there was a channel and we were going to break out of the channel. And you can see how we actually broke out of this particular channel here. And we came up. And we also invalidated the neckline, which is absolutely awesome to see. So you can see this was the neckline. And now we're finding support here, which is awesome. So XRP is definitely doing something. It just hasn't announced everything yet. I think when it does, it's going to explode. And as I said, it's got a lot of chance. I'm not invested in it. So I'll just be honest with you. Personally, I'm not invested in XRP. I have no interest to be. And I told you guys already. I mean, all of you guys know exactly why. And you can see, look, if you look at the trend line as well, you can see that we're very, very close. So looking at this, if I was to put a fib on today, for example, to where we are, you can see we will break this. All right, just the fibs is telling us we are going to break this. So the pattern we will be looking at is the pump above. Sorry, here. So we would be seeing a nice little pump above here, probably confirm and then move up and then do whatever and then try the previous all-time high. Okay, and this is just the local all-time high. This is not even the full all-time high. The previous actual all-time high is down here, which is at the $3.80 or $3.55. You told a coin. Yes, Tamil, wait for it. I'll drop that coin for you, bro. No worries. I'll drop that coin for you, my brother. So this is the previous all-time high, which we had back in 2017, 2018. So there's going to be a way. Feg if you have time. I did Feg yesterday. Okay, I'll do Feg again for you today. No worries. Yeah, so give me a second. Don't worry, I've got the coin for you. I've got a really good coin, cool coin that a lot of people are not looking at. I think it's going to be really, really awesome to see. So let me just deal with this and see where it goes. So what we got here, XRP, right? So let's move on to another coin right now. So what are we going to do? Oh, not Tesla. Sorry. Okay, so let's move into... I see what I did. Okay, now that's fine. I know exactly what's going on. So okay, that's fine. Let's do FEG is not available. So that's one thing I have to warn you. FEG is not available on TradingView. but not a problem. I know you like this coin and you like it because of where it is. Great. If you look at all time, you can see here, and I talked about this, look, it's not available on TradingView yet. It's not available on TradingView, but if you do look at where it is, it's playing out similar to how Shiba played. So it could have a breakout, but I can't give you anything because I don't have any data to give you. Do you know what I mean? When I'm looking at this, I don't have any data to give you. There's no information here. All I'm seeing is Gate.io and all the shitcoin exchanges, basically, right? All the shitcoin exchanges. There's nothing else for it. When I'm looking at the website itself, it's just a fancy website, but you know, what is it? Feed every gorilla, combined market, or whatever. I just don't understand any of this, right? When I'm looking at this, like burnt, so they've burnt a certain amount, great, you know, on smart chain or whatever they've burnt, but there's nothing here telling me what it is. All it says to me is a decentralized finance, right, available on all of these things. And that's not information for me, right? You know, this, you know, if it is just another DEX, great, there's plenty of decks out there, bro, so be careful. That's all I'm going to say. Just by looking at this doesn't make anything fancy. Plus also, I'm talking to another brother, as I said, we're also planning to launch our own decks, and that will be awesome because we want to create a proper decks. None of this nonsense here sitting on Uniswap and doing nothing. Do you know what I mean? We want to create something more genuine, so that's going to be awesome. And yeah, I'm going to look at this and look at this. Come on, 100 trillion token. Do you really want it? I mean, people thought SHIB was bad when SHIB had 4 trillion. This has 100 trillion. Good luck, bro. This price is always going to stay around here, so please do understand what you're getting yourself into. When you look at the volume, what, $3,000 volume? Is that 3,000 or 3 million? Oh, 3 million volume. So that's not that bad. I mean, the volume's good, but it's like an infinite supply of coins. So just be careful. That's all I'm going to say to you. Somebody else wanted to know about, what was it they wanted to know about? You might say coin high. Okay, so that's just a bot. Now let's have a look at the coin I want to show you. Let me just show you the coin. Actually, do you know what? I've got kind of, oh my days. Some guys, they just don't know when to stop. If someone's not picking up a phone, what do? You stop, right? You don't call them anymore, do you? But some people just don't understand this, right? Let me, before I get to the other coin, before I get thrown off again, let me just do this, guys. So let's look at this, right? BNB. So I'm just going to go blast through these before the stream cuts off, right? BNB, you can see this is a new range that we've got. So we got rejected here. We broke the neckline. We fell below the neckline again. We need to get back above in order to continue. Dot, I did already. So you already know that dot, we got to just basically break this neckline and then we're going to shoot off. Solana looking awesome. Now I know you said you want something alternative to a Solana. I'm going to give you one of the best alternatives to Solana, and you'll see how that one works. Cardano broke out of the channel, finding resistance here. I'm not sure why. This is a previous resistance, the $2.31. So once we break out of this, we should be super solid. Oh, so let me get rid of this. We should be super solid. So I'm looking at that. SHIB. Very important to keep an eye on SHIB as well. And one thing I noticed on SHIB, you can see how SHIB found this floor here. So SHIB has made a brand new floor, and I think SHIB is just kind of getting ready to break out of this channel. Once it does, it's going to shoot again and do another leg. So let's see. This is the support range. Let's see what SHIB does. So far, as long as I'm above this 21, you can see here, it's all good. So that's what I looked at. I looked at this area and I said, okay, 21 seems to be a good area. Let's see where that goes. So let's see with that one. eGold, we know that it broke out of channel. It's come back to find support here. So what it's doing is actually bouncing on the support line, on this trend line, which is awesome to see, and it got rejected exactly here. So what we can see here is what eGold has done is created itself this particular channel here, which is awesome to see. Now this channel, normally people would think that it's actually bearish. It's actually not. It's actually a very bullish channel. So what you see here is this, right? And this is usually very bullish, because what it does, it bounces here and then it shoots up again, right? Which is awesome to see. So that's what's happening here. Let's see how that one works out. My coin, no, not my coin. My coin, not yet, bro. I'm not going to drop my coin yet. My coin is coming very soon. You will know when my coin comes out. It's not ready to launch yet. When it's ready, it will be there. It will be a proper decentralized exchange. Probably some other bits and bobs as well. There's a few projects we're working on. We're working on an NFT. We're working on an NFT game. We're working on multiple cryptocurrency projects, and we're also working on a decentralized exchange. And ultimately, at one stage in the future, we're going to be making a bank. So that's a long way away though. That will be 4 or 5 years at least, maybe, or even longer before we attempt to build a bank. But I'm saying it publicly because we are going to do it. There's no ifs and buts. It's not if, it's when. Right, we are launching it. When I do, of course, I'm going to let the community know as well beforehand, and then the community can benefit from that. So being part of the community, you get those perks. That's all it is, right? So I'm not going to give you anything. Maybe I might do some airdrops or whatnot, but more than that, you are going to get opportunities to, you know, kind of front run everybody else if you want as well. There's not going to be an inside thing. It's just part of the community. It's there for everyone. I'll announce it on YouTube, and then you guys could benefit from that. Right. This is a coin. Now, Tamil, recently I mentioned to everybody about this particular coin, and we've done all right. Okay, we've been doing okay because I saw a pattern forming here, and I realized, and I said, okay, that's what's going to happen now. You know, KR's here. KR, we actually bought it on the same day, literally on the same minute we entered. So since then we've been up. We bought it around here, somewhere around here we bought it. So yeah, around here somewhere we bought it, and we're up already, and we've been climbing. So we've bought it from here, and we're currently up approximately 12% just on this particular coin. And this coin has good potential, because remember, exchange coins always have great potential, and I think it's going to pump up there. When it does, there's no stopping it. You know what I mean? So just one neckline here, one more neckline here, and then we're off to the races. And it has good potential, because you can see previously it's already been here as well. It's been at the $19. So that for us, when buying it at $10 was a 50% discount. Do you know what I mean? And it's got the potential to go all the way to $32. So I've got a sell order at 30, so I'm going to sell half of my 50% of all my coins at 30, and then leave the 50% there to earn me some rewards or whatever, for the future. You know what I mean? So I'm going to get rid of 50% of all my coins when we double up there. So that's that. Let's move into Gala, a new coin I've been talking about. We did kind of break the trend line, because at least we broke the trend line. We came back, we found support here. That's all I'm seeing so far. Sadly, the price we bought it for, we're below that price, but it doesn't matter. That just gives me an opportunity to probably top up a little bit more, because it is a great coin and it's fresh, it's brand new. So again, Tamil, if that's something you want to look at, Gala is something we've been looking at. It just came out, actually it came out in August, and I'll show you what I mean. So this one's showing data from the 13th of September, but actually if we do this, then we can see it actually did come out in August. So since August, it's been creating these patterns, and it had a pump already, and it didn't collapse. So when we're looking at this, we can see what it's going to do, right? And it's actually a genuine project. It's actually, if you go to the Gala website, you can see Gala, just type in Gala Games, you can see their website. It's a genuine project doing its thing, and I think this has potential. So currently at 9 cents, I think it's got potential to even go to $1, maybe if not go to $10, probably even further. But my target is $1. So from buying now, that's a 10x from here. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm targeting on Gala. You can actually check them out here, for example, if you do Gala. Right, this is the one, Gala. And you can see this is the token, and if you go to Gala Games, gala.games or wherever, you can see their whole website. And I think I like this because these are cross-compatible token. That means the token itself you can use on any one of their games, you know what I mean? And you can use it in-game assets and NFTs as well. So there's a really good coin as well if you want to be looking at this. That's Gala for you. That's why, look, sometimes just observe when I'm going through these, you'll see these good coins. That's Gala. Next one I've mentioned is Bit. I mean, look what BitDAO is doing, right? BitDAO is pumping, and it's already been testing these levels here. It's a matter of time when it goes back to test this, and when it does, there's no stopping this. This thing could easily go all the way up to, I've said this, I said, look, I'm targeting $10, but if it might even go to $100 or even more. It might be the next BNB. Do you know what I mean? If it is, great. But who cares, as long as I'm still playing this. And remember, we got all of this for free. So anyone on this channel, if they followed the instructions, they would have got this for free. So that's that. There's a lot of coins, guys, because we are talking about all the altcoins. That's one of the reasons. So we did break, like you can see, we broke this. We found support. We're currently holding support at the previous all-time high. So our new all-time high is here, which is okay. This is absolutely not a problem. This is fully acceptable when we do see a correction like this. As long as the market is still pumping up, I could easily see this basically going up and shooting back up again and creating another brand new all-time high. So remember when we had the hype, this kind of pumped a little bit. So it's gone up, it's come down, it's going to go up. Absolutely fine, not an issue at all. So that's that. Inch, very disappointing. I am absolutely disappointed. I'm still holding it, but luckily the reason I'm still holding it is because I did get some for free when I was using their platform, and I bought some more when it was cheap, so I'm still above, but I'm not too much, you know what I mean? So I'm not really in some crazy profits or anything like this, because I bought it somewhere around here and I'm just literally sitting here. The percentage that I'm up is just so small, so this is one of the reasons I'm still holding on to this percentage. 50%. I'm just holding on. Let me see what it does. It's really bad, I'm telling you. It's not the best percentage. So let's see what this does. I'm going to just hodl for this. RV is doing good. RV, I'm still hodling because RV, I think, has great potential as a coin, as a platform. They're doing really awesome, and they kind of recovering similar to the entire market. So that's something we've got to keep an eye on. I know there are some guys who've been looking at Matic and looking at how Matic may even do a nice little breakout. And you're right, because Matic could easily do a breakout, and it's so close to its previous all-time high. I don't see a reason why it can't break out, and it did. I don't see a reason why it can't go above its neckline, which is pretty much the same as everybody else. It will definitely do this as well. We're looking at Link, similar pattern, similar thing. Link is also getting ready, and I think, anytime now we could easily see Link do its thing. But again, remember, I don't have high hopes for Link yet, right? And recently I've kind of changed my mind on Link as well, because Link looks very centralized to some of the stuff they're doing, some of the partnerships they're making. So for me, let me see how the news unfolds. It could be the end of, if the news becomes centralized news, then this will be the end of Link for me. And if it stays decentralized and I see how they're using the technology, because I need to understand the story, then I might stick around. So that's all I'm saying. Of course, the future's bright, but do I want to be in a centralized future? Absolutely not, because I'm all about decentralization. So that's that. This is Sushi looking okay, following the trend, following the market pretty much exactly as it is. So there's nothing very interesting to look at. Uniswap doing the same thing. However, it is coming back to the neckline, looking much more awesome in my opinion. If you look at Sushi compared to Sushi, if you look at Uni looks a lot more better. So definitely something to look at. Also, if you look at the line charts, you can see how the pattern is looking super awesome. VET came to test the neckline, as you can see here, but it didn't really go that far. But that's good, because it is getting ready to break out, and I think as soon as it breaks out this neckline, it's going to shoot, and that's the target that I've put there. Let's see where that goes. I know some guys like Mbox, so Mbox right now is probably, in my opinion, would be a great buy zone if anyone's planning to pick it. Remember, I didn't buy any Mbox, I got them for free. So that's all for me. All of this is just free coins. I'm still up, you know what I mean, free coins. But this is looking like it's getting ready for a bounce. It wants to break out of a channel, and so far, if we are to put a channel, the only channel we can see is pretty much this channel here. So it is getting ready. Let's see what this does. Again, if the market continues, guys, there's no stopping any of these. Super bullish on Arweave, you know that, and so far I can see Arweave has just come back, done a bounce, and now it's going back to its previous all-time high, which is awesome to see. That means Arweave is now targeting to go to the $91 from here. So far so good. I'm happy with it, and this is just a short-term thing as well. I haven't done the long-term. I mean, long-term, if I was to do it, if I take this previous high, take it up here, you can see the long-term is looking at $117. Automata, it's good. Again, I got a whole bunch of them for free. I'm up. We got to go all the way back up there. It might come back to this neckline. Everything's looking good. By the way, listen, everything is looking good on this. But I have to be honest with you, I am getting rid of my coins on Automata as soon as it basically goes back to this specific level. For me, that would be insane gains. I'm not going to be holding it, because by the time it gets to this level, you can see this level here. So I've already done this percentage, you know what I mean? So that's all I'm looking at, and I got that all for free. So for me, I'm not that fussed. That's my target area. But obviously, if I did hold some after I sell here, I can even carry on up to here, but that's my gain so far, if that makes any sense to you. Completely for free. So that's that. Theta looking okay, not bad, coming back again, just like this, everything else in the market, guys, coming back to test those old levels here, do you know what I mean, and get back again. So let's see what that does. Algo, I'm waiting for Algo. I am looking to get rid of Algo very soon, but so far, as you can see, Algo's been doing awesome. Nothing too much to worry about. I mean, this was the original when it basically launched. This is back in 2019. it looks like it wants to go and test that 2019 level again, and I think when it does, it might even push further. So for algo, you know, the high he had was $3.40. I'm expecting a $4 or $5, nothing too much, and I think that's when I'm going to exit on algo. So that's something. Zilliqa, a lot of people are not looking. Zilliqa's doing its thing. You know, Zilliqa's breaking out, testing those channels. Zilliqa's coming out, but remember, Zilliqa's getting a lot of hype now because of the what would you call this? The XCAD we talked about, right? Because of XCAD coin, Zilliqa is getting a lot of attention. The other coin I want to talk about, Anchor, again, is coming out to break. It's coming to test these levels. Again, it will follow the entire market. Atom suffering a little bit, but it did do these levels here, which is really good. You can see this is a brand new all-time high. It came down pretty much similar as Avalanche, right? What Avalanche did, similar. So you can see it's come down. It's taking a bit of a breather right now. It's just consolidating a little bit, and we do have a lovely little symmetrical pattern here. So at any point it can break down or break up. I'm hoping it breaks up because of the market. So let's see what that does. Bakery, everyone knows about my bakery. Bakery I bought accidentally, and it's been doing awesome. The data is not great here, but we did pump all the way to $8. Right, this is showing $4, but we actually pumped all the way to $8, and currently we're here sitting here right now. Again, I can see this thing going back to the $7-8 at some point, but I mean, I bought this for like 10 cents, so I'm not complaining. Even now where we are, not complaining at all. Cake is the coin I was intending to buy, and I bought Bake. So I do hold a significant amount of Cake, and you can see it's been doing really awesome, and it's coming back to this level here to test this neckline, and it's not going to be long. I think, if again, the same rule applies. If the market continues, all of these continue. If BTC takes a break, every one of these start pumping, right? Coty, I know some guys were talking about Coty. Coty's already done an all-time high, so that's all awesome to see. Coty's done that. We actually did hit the target of the 1618. So if nobody's sold it at that level, just wait for it, because Coty seems to be coming into this particular zone again, consolidating right now before it makes another move. So again, when we get some news, this will pump as well. So keep an eye on this particular one. Some people are talking about Doge. Doge is doing a rebound. I'm just going to say to everybody, just pray Doge doesn't go below this. That's all I'm going to say to you. So but other than that, yeah, it could come back easily and go where it needs to go. We've done that. Engine, I got rid of Engine. The reason I got rid of Engine's not really doing much. Of course, it's looking positive, by the way, but it just wasn't doing anything, and I was better off taking the funds out of this and sticking it into something else and making another 20-30%. So that's what I did, a quick flip. I probably will come back to Engine at some stage later. Clay. I talked about Clay when Clay came out. Clay yesterday, I'm not sure what happened. You can see this one pump in Clay. Yesterday this happened, and I couldn't catch it. Honestly, if I could catch that, my God, it would be awesome. I would have 4x my money, basically. So I would have done a nice little 400% from where I bought it. So I'm not sure what happened. Came down, got rejected. So I think there's potential. Koreans are after. Remember, Clay is a Korean company. I think the Koreans are going to come out and do this again. This is a sign of what Clay wants to do. So I'm going to keep an eye on that one. Not this. Some people have talked about Neo. I'm out of Neo. I don't hold Neo anymore. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, it does look solid. It does look like the pattern is very good, and it does look like it's just coming to test that pattern. As you can see here, we are about to break the trend, you know, and we're on the neckline already, so everything seems super solid again if the market continues, guys. Reef has been a disaster. I'm not going to talk about it. I know a lot of people bought it down here. They are in profit, but it seems to be making a recovery again, and you know, doing its little thing, and it's broken the downward trend line. You can see here this downward trend line, it's broken that as well. Well, not entirely, but do you know what, close enough, doesn't matter. But the point is, it's coming back. There's going to be some momentum. I think when KSI and everybody else start talking about Reef, it's going to start pumping again. RSI is a coin that I did buy some time back. Again, it's a good project. In my sense, it's not the best project, but it's one of those penny coins, one of those shit coins that you hold and just sit there because it's worth nothing. And you know, if you make money, you make money. So from where it was to where it is now, it's obviously done a good few thousand%, I believe, to just take it from here to where it is now. It's like 2000%. No point getting rid of it. It's one of those penny ones, and it's a very small limited investment. If it pops, it pops. If it doesn't, I'm not that fussed. I'm willing to just sit on this for another 5 years and see where it goes. But the gap is closing up. It is a big gap, but it is closing up, so not to worry. And again, if we look at the highs and if we look at where we are right now, we're coming back to these levels. Same pattern. Everybody's playing the same pattern. Tomo, it's again almost the same pattern, but Tomo has done something else. So the other day when we had the BTC dump, it dumped a lot. However, it is still holding pattern, and for me, I'm just hoping this can actually go and do brand new all-time highs, because it was there. It did do a high, but for some reason, you know, when we had the BTC dump, it also dumped. So let's see where that goes. Somebody's been talking about TRX, so I want to drop some TRX. TRX has the potential to go back to its all-time highs, which is pretty awesome if you are going to get there. If you have TRX, I personally don't hold any. I got rid of my TRX a long time ago, so I'm not a holder. But again, if you are looking at this is doing awesome. It's coming back for a rebound. It's going to test this line. If it does, it could easily go and do the new all-time high and move forward from there. There's another coin I've been talking about, Vite, to a few clients of mine. Penny coin, as you can see, these are worth pennies, right? It's come back to test this neckline, and I think it's coming on this reverse, but it's one of those volatile ones. You know, when it goes up, it goes really up, and when it goes down, it goes really down. So just be careful on that one. Wi-Fi we talked about. I mean, this is one of my very, very old chart for Wi-Fi, where we did predict Wi-Fi to go to around 80,000. In fact, we went to 96. That was Wi-Fi. And I remember, I can't remember what this was, but there was something we were doing here. I think you know, there was an order or something, but I personally got rid of it around here basically. So I was happy. That's Wi-Fi. I think we need to create some brand new targets for this and see what Wi-Fi can do in the future from where it is now. So if we are to do a Wi-Fi from the previous high to the low, so the highest point to the lowest point, we can see the Wi-Fi has a potential to go to around $156,000 in the future, and I'll save this layout. That's that. Zilliqa, we talked about Zilliqa's doing its thing, so I'm not going to bother too much about that. Let's talk about Ramp. Ramp is doing awesome. I don't know how many people picked it up. We talked about Ramp quite a few times. Again, it's one of those, like, you know, penny coins, right? Again, it's got potential. Penny coin has potential from where it is, and you know, I'm a Ramp holder from down here. You know what I mean? So I'm a believer in Ramp. I believe it can do so many awesome stuff, and they are actually doing the work where they are creating new systems for onboarding. So they are actually more of a centralized finance and decentralized finance combination. That's what they are. So let's see what that does for us. That should be quite awesome. VeChain coming back, right? VeChain's come back to test the first neckline, second neckline, and I think VeChain's going to get there, right? After that, VeChain's just going to get there. Actually, let me show you this. This is funny. We were talking about VeChain when we were down here, right? Actually, down here, this is where VeChain was, and our target for VeChain was at 8 cents. And we went all the way up here to 28, came down, and look where we are now. So compared to where we were before, right, when we talked about this, and I think this was right, February 2021, look where we are already. And remember, some of us are holders of VeChain from here. So again, VeChain super solid, you know, doing its little thing. Let's see where it goes. We can create some new targets. Right, in fact, there is a target, previous old target here. You can see the previous high, but if we did create a new target from where we are now, so this previous high we had to here, you can see it takes us just below the all-time high. But remember, this was the launch dump or whatever it was. Don't know what it was. Looks like that, but that's about it. Now, is Tamil Gamer here? Tamil, if you're here, you need to tell me if you're here. If you're here, I'm about to surprise you, and you're gonna love it. This is TLM, Alien Worlds. Another game. I think with all the hype with Axie, TLM ended up being a failure, but it might come back again. You never know. It has potential. I mean, it went all the way up to $7 and then it got dumped 99%, came back. But some of these coins, remember, if you've got private investors involved in them, that's what they're going to do. They're just going to dump it on you. They don't give a damn about you, right? But it is coming back nice, so that's the good thing to see. And I can see Bubble here, L Bubble, also my brother, nice to see you here as well. I think we already did e-gold, my brother, so I hope you watched the video from the beginning. We did do e-gold already. Linear doing very good. I talked about Linear to KR yesterday. KR was asking me, and I did mention Linear to him, and so far what Linear is doing, Linear is a good project. Lina, okay, he's doing a good project. He's come back to the neckline, and I said, look, for a quick flip, it's not a bad deal, and you can see for a quick flip, it's done its thing, you know what I mean? And it's going to potentially do a lot more. So for a quick flip, we talked about it from here, and currently up here, it's done a 23%. Awesome, 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 right? Luna, there's no point me talking about Luna. We know Luna's going to the Luna's going to the Mars, moon at least. So Luna's been awesome. It's doing its thing. That's the target range I've got currently, which is a Fibonacci target of $56 to $84. So the range is quite high. Luna has potential to go even higher. It's one of those, everybody asks me, oh, is it too late to buy Luna? I'm like, just buy it and forget it. Luna's doing other stuff. Right, Terra Luna, the project, the way they work is completely unique to everything else. So that's one of the reasons why it's just, if you trust it, just buy it and leave it. Don't worry too much about what it is. Thorchain Rune is going to have a comeback, currently suffering a little bit, but this is something I've mentioned to a few people as well. I said, look, companies like Thorchain, companies like DYDX, they do better when there's FUD in the market. They don't do really well when there's a lot of hype in the market. So you need FUD, you need some China FUD, some, you know, whatever FUD you need for DYDX and all of those decentralized exchanges to start to explode. They won't do anything if there's no FUD, right? So these are coins that you buy and hold if you want to, or you just use the platform during some sort of a crazy thing. Because remember, these projects, they will not go down. Your centralized exchange may be shut down, had an outage or whatever. These projects, these are protocols. They never shut down. They can handle anything you throw at them. That's why these are more popular when there's a little bit of a FUD or craziness out there. So as a backup, they're very cool. VeThor, look, you're looking for penny coins, then there's one here called VeThor. VeThor is something that VeChain gives to you. Again, if I was you, I would, without investing in VeChain, I would rather invest in VeThor. And if I did, you know, if I had so for example, if I had VeChain, I would get VeThor for free anyway, but I would still buy a whole lot more VeThor, because all I'm seeing is VeThor just constantly going up. Do you know what I mean? Compared to where VeChain was. So remember VeChain, if we go back, look, that's VeChain, previous all-time high, and this is VeThor. Look, it's already beat its all-time high. It doesn't care. So VeThor's been very, very bullish for me. I mean, I like this project. I think it's a really good project. You know, and it's not a project, it's actually a mining reward. So VeChain gives you this as a reward. So that's what it is. If you hold a lot of VeChain, you get this for free anyway. And it's a good coin to buy and hold, and you can actually buy it, which I like. This is a company I was invested in, but I've just left, so I'm not going to even bother with that one. Gas, again, I was there. It's from Neo. This is a get reward from Neo, so I'm not going to look at this. BTT is surprising me, actually. BTT is surprising me. So we have these massive spikes. You know, came back, dumped. I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm holding. That's the reason why I'm still holding. You know, I have this sentimental value with it, because, you know, I used to be a big BitTorrent user, and I like the technology. I don't like the founders, I don't like the tokenomics, I don't like anything, but I'm just holding it because it's a very small investment. I'm holding it, and I do plan to sell when I get back to this target. So when I've written target, I actually have a sell order in the exchange, right? I actually have a sell order in the exchange. So that's that. We've talked about BitTal. This is FTX token. Again, I'm not going to say too much. I've mentioned it so many times. I said, guys, if you want to buy something, buy some FTT. This would do good. And this kind of relates to KuCoin and all of that. It relates to KuCoin and everything as well. Why would you not buy an exchange token if it can actually give you some sort of a value? Right. This is XEC, something I think Tamil Gamer bought to me, and I've bought some, and I'm just holding. And this is the floor. This is my target. I want to get to that target, and then I'll probably take 50% off the market and then do whatever with the rest, right? That's that. Mina looking okay, coming back right now, following the trend. Had a little bit of a dip, but that's the floor. As long as we don't come back to this floor, I think Mina would do okay. And it's a fresh coin. You can see, you know, 10th of August, that's when it launched. XCAD doing so far so good. It did do the pump, everything was awesome, but now it's come back to find itself a nice little resistance. It's consolidating a little bit. The hype is dying out, the pump is dying out. I think too many people are just bored of all the hypes they're getting. They just want some project, they just want to make some money and get the hell out. And that's what people are doing. They get in, they jump in, make a bit of money, get the hell out. So we need to see a bounce now and come back to this level in order for us to be positive about this. That's XCAD. And the rest of them I'll talk about later. Now let me, if Tamil's here, where is Tamil? Is he here? Oh, I don't even know if Tamil's here. Right, okay, this one's for Tamil. Tamil, I'm not holding you back, bro. Let me show you Tamil. This coin here, known as ASD Ascendex. ASD Ascendex. It belongs to the Ascendex platform. And this is what I see for Ascendex platform from where it was from the launch. So it launched November 18, kind of wavy, dead, pennies, 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 pennies. It pumped all the way up to $3.20 something cents. Currently it's sitting at, and just look at this, look how beautiful this is. Currently it's sitting at 48 cents. 48 cents. And it's also kind of, if you, I mean, obviously we had the dump, it's created its floor, so you can see it's had its floor. This was the floor. Now what it's doing is come back to test the neckline. It's coming back to test the neckline, you can see here. And I think that's a great opportunity for a massive trend like this. So we've had this massive dump, right? It followed massive dump all the way up to here. This is the bottom. Now what I'm seeing is it's about to come back to test the neckline, and if it does, there's a potential for this to break out and come back to test this. So as a, you know, just as a kind of a investor's point of view, I looked at this and I was like, okay, if this was the floor, what's the top bottom to the previous high? What's the top? What's the potential? It was at 831%. That's at 8x. So this coin has a potential to do an 8x if it goes back to its previous high, follows the pumps that when BTC pumped, right? If BTC starts pumping to 100k, whatever, this thing starts going in, because remember, more people coming, more people use this. It's a utility token on the Ascendex platform. It's going to make you money. So I'm looking at this and I was like, that's a great opportunity. It's coming back to test the neckline. If it tests the neckline, it breaks out, then I've got this 800% increase here. So I don't know why I wouldn't take that. So that's, for me, I'm just looking at this as an 800% potential. Of course, it might stay down here forever. That's a different thing. Do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's just the potential I'm looking at, because you can see here, there wasn't really much of a resistance or anything like this, right? When you look at this, you can see that this is a neckline we need to break. The only other resistance we might find is here. The only other resistance we might find is here. And then the only other resistance we've got is the top. Ultimately, each one of them, if you just look at the percentage, right? So just say, for example, we broke out this line. The percentage here is 69%. Then we've got another 50%. Then we've got another 104%. And when you add all of this together, just say from this neckline, so if I had a buy order, I'll put it down here. Just from here, even then we're doing a 462%. That's 500%. Do you know what I mean? So just by going back to the previous all-time high. So that's what I looked at. The potential was good because it's cheap, dirt cheap right now. I mean, it's just ridiculously cheap, right? We had the dump, took us all the way down to here. The dump took us 89%. So you're getting a 90% discount. I mean, not 90, current price, you're getting an 84% discount. So that's what I'm looking at if you are going to pick up something, because these are potential coins that, you know, have the chance to go back again, because the platform's not going anywhere. More and more users are jumping onto Ascendex as well, so that's something to look at. I can see Yamv here, awesome Yamv. Yamv says, can you do VRA? I can do VRA for you. Vera, no, Veracity. Yes, Vera is Veracity, same thing. Anyway, let's just do a KuCoin. I don't have to say much, do I? You can see exactly what's going on here. So when we're looking at VRA, we can see a great potential. We can see a long-term potential, a short-term potential. We can do the whole thing here. So what we can see here, currently VRA is here. If we look at the short term, VRA could pump over to 0.085. Awesome. If we do a midterm from where we were, so what I'm doing it from here. Midterm, the potential is 0.085 again. So short term, midterm 0.0585. If we take it from where we are now to the previous low, so the lowest of the low, and we can see a 10 cents VRA. Other than that, we don't know what the future holds for this. If someone wants to buy and hold, the pattern, everything is awesome. It looks great. The recovery has been great. Just by looking at this, I can just say the probability of this pumping higher is a lot high than low. You know what I mean? So when you look at this, you can see, and again, we're going to have to speculate on this one. So there's no technicals. As you can see, every technical is saying 10 cents. It doesn't give us any more than that. So it's not really going to show anything too much. However, it is showing us the potential is great. And as far as I know, Veracity is working with some major companies, ad companies and revenue, and they do revenue shares. And it's like some sort of a, I don't know, the token itself, the tokenomics, basically, you're getting some sort of a dividend or something like that, right? Whatever the case is, if they're working with actual companies out there, the potential is high for this to even pump over to maybe, I don't know, anything up to $1 at some point in the future. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these ad company coins, they don't really do that well in the beginning, but later on they come back. And I'll give you a good example of one. Excuse me. Let me give you a great example of one. So this is Basic Attention. And you can see how Basic Attention had no attention. All right, nobody was looking at Basic Attention. Let me find a longer chart. Let me see if I can find a longer chart of someone who actually existed that time. None of these did. So let's try. Yeah, let's try Bitfinex, because that's been in, not even that. It's been around for some time. I wanted to show you something. There you go. Let's try this. Yes, there you go. So you can see how Basic Attention was sitting around here, you know, during the, so we had the launch. Just before this, actually, we had the launch, right? You can see it pumped up, it dumped, and when it dumped, it went all the way to 0.07 cents, and then just been, you know, in this channel. Because these are, you know, advertising tokens and everything. Nothing really that useful, right? So it just does this, and then during the market cycle, it pumped all the way up to $1.70. Now, a lot of people who owned, myself as well, I owned a whole bunch of BAT token, and I think I had it somewhere around, well, I had it around here, so I would just say, let me put it here anyway. I don't know, I can't see the date, so I'll put it down here. From there to even where we are now, that's a 350% increase. If I did sell the top, that would have been a 876% pump. So just be cautious about that. That's all I'm going to say. However, I did sell around here. So I sold somewhere around here. I was happy. Do you know what I mean? I sold. And then I realized that I sold it. This browser that I use actually gives me some BAT token. I didn't realize that. So I get BAT rewards. I don't know if I can show you this. Yeah, I get some BAT rewards. You see, verified creator. So I get some BAT rewards here, and those BAT rewards goes to my what do you call this? They go to my wallet. So that's been pretty awesome. So I do get some BAT rewards. In fact, yesterday I think I received about £3 worth of BAT. I don't know where, from where or why, but that's what they do. They give me some BAT. So there's some utility now for us creators and everybody. So like, for example, you can actually go to my YouTube channel, and if you use this Brave browser, you can actually tip me in BAT. And that's what it is. A lot of us are using it. There's a lot of utility now. So this thing has found utility, and, you know, some fees burned, whatever. Ultimately, it's now useful. So this has great potential. So when you're looking at VRA and everything like this, you got to be, you know, very careful that, look, it's a great project. I like the project. I think it's going to have a great future, but it's going to take a little bit of time to get there. It might do it this season, but then we might have a big dump. But whatever the case is, it is going to go up somewhere. The future is there. Are you willing to hold? That's the key. You know, are you willing to hold for the future, or do you want to just make some money quickly and then wait for the bear run or whatever? I don't hold any. Not planning to, because remember I said, guys, we're coming to the top of the cycle right now. Because it doesn't matter what anybody says to me, I have this one belief that this cycle is the last cycle for Bitcoin, right? For me, all I'm going to say is this cycle is the last cycle, right? And not this. All right, for me, that's what I said. This cycle is actually the last cycle. That means that we're coming to an end. We're coming to an end, and we don't know when. That's the thing, right? We're battling here. When we break out, we are going to see some sort of a parabolic move, and I'm hoping we don't. I'll be honest with you. I want this to go sideways like this, slowly. Stay on this line. I want it to stay on this line for as long as we can before we go to this line. Because if it breaks and if it starts shooting into this line, game's over, guys. Game's over. And that's what I'm afraid of. That's why I'm being very cautious. And all these coins, by the way, all these coins in red I hold. All these coins not in red I've already got rid of, or are brand new coins that I will be thinking about picking up. So a lot of these coins I will be picking up when the market cycle comes back again. So I hope this kind of makes sense. But other than that, guys, this has been a very, very long video, unintentionally very long. I need to get back to some of the calls that I have to make. But other than that, look, market looks okay. I'm not complaining. Some of these coins are pumping. XRP, DOT's, you know, still going at it. ARK is doing whatever. One is pumping like hell today. Harmony One is pumping like hell today. Awesome to see. You know, Blockstacks, SDX is pumping as well. Awesome. So yeah, just as I said, just as usual, I always say to you guys, just be careful on what you buy. What you don't want is basically to be holding on to some bags at the end of the market. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to be holding on to them bags, because that's the last thing you want. You made money, you didn't take any money, and now you've got to hold your bags for another year or two. So just be careful. Stay safe. That's the most important thing. Don't FOMO too much. You won't miss anything. And the best part is, look, you know, pick your coins, pick 5, 6, 10, 20, 30 coins, whatever you like, whatever your capacity is, and stick to them. Don't worry too much about diversifying, because remember one thing everybody needs to understand: when the market collapses, are you going to be able to have some robot hands and go and sell fast enough? And is all your exchanges going to be open for you to sell as well? If you can't, you're just going to be a bag holder while everybody cashes out and moves away. Do you know what I mean? So be careful. That's what I'm going to say. Be careful. You know. But the market's choppy. So tomorrow, let's see what happens. Tomorrow, I believe we're still going to be choppy a little bit. I've got a feeling we might actually start pumping up on Tuesday or Wednesday. But I am going to double check on all of this, and I'll keep you guys posted. Obviously, as I said, you know, we'll keep it posted and see exactly what it does. But so far, market does look very bloody. And remember one thing as well. Remember I said to you guys that the money doesn't really move. It moves out of this, it goes into something else. So I can see a lot of money probably moving into XRP or something like this, some other coins, Polkadot. So a lot of people FOMO and start buying other coins that they see moving, and they're like, oh, we want to be in this now. That's what they do. They just swap one coin for another. Majority of them do, at least, you know. So let's see where that takes us. But yeah, I mean, everyone's doing awesome. I mean, Harmony 15%, awesome. But yeah, other than that, guys, like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you on another one very soon. So other than that, adios my amigos. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope I answered everybody's questions, and I hope everybody understood what's going on. But as I said, VRA, remember, VRA is a very good project. I do like it. So if you're holding, great. It is going to be choppy, but the future is going to be, you know, it's going to be successful later. That's what I'm saying. Just compare it to BAT. A lot of these projects are there. So I don't know if Tamil's here. Very impatient guy, but if he is, he should have got that. The last coin that I'm talking about is ASD Ascendex. Can't go wrong with that. It is doing its thing. It belongs to Ascendex, and I think it's got potential. So like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you on another one very soon. Adios my amigos.